The score.
Pell is an attorney with Greenbaum, Wolf and Ernst, a graduate of Vassar and of the Columbia Law School, and very active in a number of liberal and feminist movements. Mrs. Pilpel.
I would like to, for a moment, ask you some questions about the economics of job getting in terms of the blacks versus the whites. The statistics I was able to pull together indicate that at the present time, white males make $17,427 on an average basis for the year. Black males make $12,738. White females make $10,244, and black females make $9,476. It is clear from these figures, as indeed I think it's clear to most of us from what we see, that there is a discrimination against blacks and against women in our present system. Since not all blacks will be superior.
Wow. Those numbers. 17,000, some change, 15,000, what was it, 11,000 and 9,000. White men at the top, black men next, white women, and then black women. Okay, all right. All right, cool. I'm following along. I do want to see why she said from the looks of those numbers, it's pretty clear that there's discrimination. I want to know, I will have to know more about the numbers in order for me to really be able to sit there yet.
In our present system, since not all blacks will be superior, how would you try to even that out so that there would be some equality of job opportunities?
Yeah, I'm sorry you missed the earlier part of the program when I pointed out that where you find people not represented evenly, that does not show the institutional effect, because almost nowhere in human affairs do you find people evenly represented.
Well,
if you compare comparable people with respect to age, with respect to education, etc., you get a totally different picture, both with respect to blacks and women. Now, the figures that I saw, for example, show more recently that if you take black families where the husband and wife are both college educated and compare them to a white family where the husband and wife are both college educated, the black family is now earning $2,000 a year more.
Wow. Okay. All right. All right. So that changes things. And shout out to my man Thomas Sowell. That dude he used to be real cool, sitting back in his interviews and everything, like he's talking in his debates and everything, chilling, had his fro and all that, man. He looked like a Mac. He was just like, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna sit back and rap to you. But what he's saying makes a whole lot of sense. So he's talking about different classes, or the people with different households and different upbringings and different roles and those type of things. Those people make actually a little bit more than the white women. Or did he say white people altogether? But he said white women.
Where the husband and wife are both college educated. The black family is now earning $2,000 a year more.
Oh, then he said more, period.
The problem is that very few blacks fall in that category. That when you compare category for category, then we're talking about getting people a decent education. I'm saying that you cannot say that numbers collected at the employer's place of business reflect simply the employer's policies.
Okay, that's what I was trying to say. What he just now said. The numbers can't reflect it by itself. It's no way, shape, or form that it can't. It can't. That's why I was saying I need to hear a little bit more before I sat there, because that's what he just now said was what I was thinking of.
That the employer's place of business reflect simply the employer's policies. Those numbers reflect underlying conditions in the whole society, just as numbers collected at a hospital do not show you that the people are sick because they're in the hospital.
No, I would agree with that, but you would also have to agree that, generally speaking, women are paid less, for example, for the same jobs as men.
No, I would not. I would not agree with that. If you're talking about women with the same number of years of experience, with the same continuous service, et cetera, then when I look at that, I don't find that disparity. I find, for example, in many cases, the women are making more, depending on how you break the data down.
So basically, come on. So hold on. Let me break this down. Let me, because he said break the data down. I want to break down what he's saying right now. All right. So basically, he's saying that when black people got their sugar honey iced tea together, they are actually making $2,000 more than white people. But since the numbers are so few, that's not calculated. Listen, I'm just saying what I think he's saying. If that's not truth, then it's not. Then it's not truth. Maybe he's saying they make they make $2,000 more than what the numbers have them making. Maybe he's saying that. All right. So maybe he's saying that. So then that will bring them up to an almost equal wage of, that would take the to the black women over the top, or almost equal with the white women, and that would take the black men almost up to the same wage level of salary of a white male. But now he's saying, now if I got that wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments. I don't mind being wrong. Y'all know that. I'm just trying to learn. And also, I believe he's saying about women when they applied, no disrespect, ladies, when they applied themselves at the same rate of a man, they actually earn more than the men do in those certain careers. So if they work the same amount of hours, if they go to the same schools for the work, or trade schools, or they go after the same, like engineering is very little women in engineering, but they said that there's a lot more to that. But the women engineers don't get paid as much as the men engineers because they don't work as much or something like that. But he's just saying if they put forth the same amount of effort and everything else that goes along with success, then most in those times they actually make more than the men do. Again, if I'm saying it wrong, feel free to correct me, guys. I'm here for that.
On that disparity, I find, for example, in many cases, the women are making more, depending on how you break the data down. The difference with women is between married women and everybody else. That's the real difference.
Well, even as to single women, the Census Bureau statistics, the most recent ones I could find, 1978, say that single men are earning $11,100 and single women are earning $9,300.
Yes, I love the word single that is used. When I did my study, I didn't use single, I used never married. You see, a woman who is single at age 40, having spent 10 or 20 years raising children, is really not quite the same as a man of age 40 who's been working continuously for 20 years.
And the differential.
Wow. Wow. Because this man has been in this trade for a solid, he's been doing that for this solid point of time versus a single one. That was a good breakdown right there, man. Unless I'm getting hyped for nothing.
Of age 40 who's been working continuously for 20 years.
Wow.
And the differential she cited is not that great, so it could easily be accounted for by the point
Yes,
you
because when I
raised.
break them down the other way, I did this for the academic world, and there I found the women who are never married, which is the term the way I take it. There they were earning more than the men. And similarly, when the government did data some years ago on women who had been working continuously since high school into their 30s.
They was good.
There you found that they were making slightly more than men of the
Yeah.
same description. So the difference is between married women and everybody else. And married men get an extra bonus because their wives take care of many things that enable them to put more time into their careers.
I'm sure you're aware of the fact that there are approximately 15% of all homes in which there is only one wage earner. So that when you talk about women being able to take care of things for their married mate wage earner, the fact is that in the overwhelming majority of American homes, the women also work. And therefore, I don't think your explanation that women have other responsibilities and that's why they are...
First of all, I want to say, man, I want to give all props, all glory, man, all honor to women. Women are amazing, man. Y'all are everything. Y'all are the earth. Y'all should be adored and worshipped. Y'all should be taken care of and protected and extreme, like thoroughly respected by everyone. Absolutely. But when he just now broke it down with the career women who did not have families, and they was putting forth that they had that same capacity in them. They didn't have the family yet that could slow them down while chasing their career. They was out there getting it. is what Dr. Sowell is saying. But Thomas Sowell is saying, I don't know why do I keep saying doctor? He's so smart. I call him a damn doctor. Thomas Sowell is saying. But what she's saying too is she's just trying to draw that same narrative and try to paint them into a box. So it's not going to happen, first of all, at all. That's not going to happen. But at the end of the day, I'm hoping she walked away with some realization that what she had been thinking before is not necessarily the truth. I mean, hopefully.
Explanation that women have other responsibilities and that's why they are.
Work can mean part-time work or full-time work. Women do not work full-time to the same extent that men. Part-time workers make less than full-time workers.
That is true. That is true. Now, I mean, because I do know people who have worked double, triple shifts, and most of them are men, and there are women in those roles too. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, it might be valid reasons, the women could not work those same hours. So there's that, and a lot of that lends to this whole reason why we're having the conversation in the first place. Some people feel held down. Some women feel held back and held down under the thumb of the man, and like they can't get ahead when there are many examples of that not being the case. So what are we behind? Are we behind the many examples, or are we going to pay more attention to the women who are saying what they have to say and try to figure out why they consider their sides to be their side of the argument, not receiving equal opportunity the way that they should be? I think they're going for equal results and not equal opportunity or something like that. Y'all feel free to correct me in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that subscribe button or the super thanks button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. And thank you to everyone who has already. I really appreciate that, man. Until next time, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. Y'all have been amazing, man, per usual. Love y'all.